I'm trying to see what Penske is gonna do. Hopefully they're gonna put me in a truck, and I can get out here and start generating some type of money while my truck is being repaired. Because if I gotta sit around and wait, ain't no telling how long it's gonna take for this to be fixed. And if this thing drag out too long, it's like shit could get ugly for real. So, here we go, day 3, and I'm still here in Auburn, New York. Well, technically in Syracuse, but wasn't able to get the truck yesterday. We had some issues, and yesterday was a long day, to say the least. As y'all know, once I got to pick up the truck, I ended up having some technical difficulties with the recording and stuff like that, because I was using my phone, and it was like some storage stuff that it was just something I had to figure it out. So from there, get in. So I wasn't able to, vlog none of the process of any of this stuff that I'm about to talk about, which I would have loved to have got it on camera, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. So I go in, check in, let them know what's going on. Go out back, look around the truck, inspect it, make sure everything is everything. Then gets to the liftgate. Go to let the liftgate up. It goes up. Then as it's going down, it's doing like a little stuttering gesture. Like, man, what's to that? Like, I'm not really feeling that at all. But so the dude, he comes out, and next thing you know, he says that it's something to do with the batteries. So they changed the batteries. He said, probably a bad battery. Alright, cool. So I'm running everything looking good outside of the liftgate. Get to a point to where I'm finna pull out, but something tells me to get out and just check the liftgate again. And I always follow my intuition. So I get out, go to the back, go check the liftgate again. Once I get back there, the liftgate pretty much it goes all the way up, with no problem. It didn't stutter. Got to the top. And once it got to the top, when I went to let it down, it came down maybe about 2 inches and just stopped. At this point, I'm a little thrown off. So now I'm holding the switch, and it'll go down a little bit, stop, go down a little bit, stop, go down a little bit, stop. Then eventually, I ended up getting it down to the ground. Go back inside, get one of the guys in the shop. They come out, look at it, and then the guy raises it up. Once he get it up, it went up with no problem. He got it to the top. And then when he went to let it down, that's when it stuck again. So come to find out, it ended up being like a breaker or something like that. A breaker on a liftgate needed to be changed. So once we got the breaker changed, it worked completely fine. I lifted it up and down like maybe 10 times just to be on the safe side. So everything looked good. I did my full pre-trip. Set everything up in the interior like I need to. I'm getting ready to go to the fuel stop so I can fuel up. Top off, get on the scale so that I can know what my empty weight is. So I'm headed there. Maybe, I think it's like a 35-minute drive or something like that. I'm about 15 minutes away. Check engine light, turn back around, go back. I get there, they hook the diagnostics up. Now you're on the phone with the diagnostic technician for a minute. So I'm knowing something ain't right because they on the phone for a little bit too long. So next thing you know, I get they reset the code. He said if it came back on, then I would probably need to get a fuel flow return test done on the truck. Whatever the hell that is. So I'm like, alright, cool. So get back on the road, start rolling. I get not even as far away from the shop that I was the first time. Now, both check engine lights come on. So now at this point, I'm like, come on, you gotta be kidding. So I turn back around, go back in. Now when they see me walk in, they looking a little thrown off, like, hold on, like, what's going on? Like, you back again? Like, yeah, like now both check engine lights come on. So I pretty much asked them for everything that showed up when they ran it. So come to find out, it was like 4 fault codes that came up: 3151, 1143, 4713, and 1117 came up. After dealing with all of this stuff, I'm like, you know what? It's been a long day. We definitely got to get this situation rectified. I'm not taking this truck without it being done the right way. So I pretty much headed back to the hotel. I got me something to eat, and just crashed. Like I came in, I couldn't even, I didn't even have the energy to record anything because I was just so burned out and just so, I don't know, I don't want to say defeated or nothing like that, but it was just a situation to whereas like, man, like this whole thing could have been avoided. Like I just feel like those were issues that should have been, like a diagnosis should have been done on the front end. And they claimed that when they did the service for the truck to be taken out, there were no issues, and I just find that kind of hard to believe. That's just my honest opinion. Now, I am a driver. I'm not a mechanic by any means, but I just can't fathom a truck that like it's perfectly fine. You fixed it up, and then it's just been sitting, maybe for 2-3 months or something like that. Now all of a sudden it got all of these issues going on with it. I just don't see that being the case. So right now I'm in a position to whereas it's just I contacted Penske, the sales rep, and all of that to see what can be done because I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. The sad thing is like, okay, I'm still accumulating expenses due to this situation. Like my truck payments don't stop, my insurance don't stop. I had to pay for flights to come out here. I had to pay for hotels for 2 nights. If I gotta go back, I gotta pay for flights back home. I gotta pay for flights to come back if I gotta come back. So it's just all of these different expenses. I had to pay for tolls once I left the place headed to the fuel stop. I had to pay tolls going that way. Then when I had to turn around, I paid tolls coming back. When I went coming back the second time, I paid tolls, and then had to pay tolls going back when I went back the last time, and then I had to pay tolls again coming back. So it was like 5 times I had to pay tolls. Then I had to go put some fuel in the truck to even be able to, so I can get back there today. So it's a bunch of money, that's being expended throughout this whole journey, and it's a crazy situation, just to say the least. And even with my warranty, I have rental coverage on my warranty. However, I can't use the rental coverage because the truck is not put in the shop via claim. So in order for me to use the rental portion of my warranty, the truck would have to be put in the shop through claim. So I'm trying to see what Penske is going to do. Hopefully they're going to put me in a truck, and I can get out here and start generating some type of money while my truck is being repaired. Because if I got to sit around and wait, ain't no telling how long it's going to take for this to be fixed. And if this thing drag out too long, it's like shit could get ugly, for real. I ain't going to stress about it too much because at the end of the day, I know God got the situation. He's going to cover it. And when I say like, I ain't trying to push my thoughts and my beliefs off on nobody that's watching this video, but that's just my personal beliefs, my personal preference. I do believe in God. I believe there's a higher power. And I do believe that, he oversees all. And who knows why he's making this situation, happen the way that it's happening. I don't know. Maybe it's a greater reward on the back end. Who knows? But I'm not going to stress too much because, I made it this far. And I made it through some pretty tough situations. So I'm strong enough to handle this. But it's just uneasy to say the least. So I'm going to keep y'all posted as to what's going on. I'm literally gonna check out of this hotel. If I can get a rental and then just hop on I would have to, I just thought about, like, I would have to contact my insurance and see, like, what they can do as far as insuring the rental. If I can move my policy from my truck to that truck, or if I would have, that would be a whole, I didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about that. So that's a whole nother situation that I'm gonna have to figure out as far as the insurance. I have to get in contact with them and even see how that would even work to even be able to insure that rental vehicle to haul freight. So I ain't gonna trip too much. It is what it is. We're gonna make this thing happen. Keep y'all posted.